So you're in your 50s. Aging may have crossed your mind once or twice. You want to know the best ways to age well that don't cost anything? In this video today, I'm going to show you 18 free and natural ways to age gracefully. Okay, the first category I want to get into deals with muscle memory and functional habits. And first on the list is to practice primitive movements often. I'm talking about crawling, kneeling, sitting on the floor, squatting. These types of things keep our bodies agile. And as we age, we lose the ability to do these things if we don't keep doing them. So what we need to do is to work some of them into our days. Now the Japanese, they are able to sit and rise from the floor well into old age. And it's because it's something that is a part of their culture, sitting on the floor. So they do it and they don't lose that muscle memory or that ability to do it. And if they can do it, then we would be able to do it too. It's just because we stop doing it, especially as we become adults. Some other movements that we should probably incorporate are sit to rise from your chair, or step ups. Now, personally, I've seen older family members struggle to rise up out of a chair and not able to get themselves up off the floor. But you can reverse the aging process by practicing these movements daily. Okay, the second one is practice good posture. If you just imagine that you have a string attached to the top of your head and it's just gently lifting you up. And when you're sitting, think about how you're sitting. Make sure that your chest is open, your shoulders are back. I mean, nothing ages a person more than when they're hunched over. That just adds years to your life unnecessarily. So think of good posture as taking those years off. Now, the third thing I have here in this category is driving. And one of the things that can make us always seem more youthful is having confidence. I'll give you a quick personal example. I've found myself going into parking lots and I'm looking for those parking spots, that you can pull straight through, the ones that you don't have to back out of when you leave. You can just pull straight out of them. And, that's great and convenient, but I've actually found myself searching for them because, it's just more trouble to back out. But we can lose confidence in backing out. And I know we have, backup cameras and that kind of thing, but even with the backup cameras, I think it's good to still make sure that we're backing up and maybe turning around. That keeps our back more limber, looking out over our shoulder and that kind of thing. So, it's just one of those situations where it's a use it or lose it. Other things I've seen as people get older, they lose the ability to parallel park, or they develop a fear of driving at night or in bad weather. I know as my mom got older, she started avoiding the freeways and the interstates. Now, there's nothing wrong with mellowing out with our driving attitude as we get older. Just putting up a little bit of resistance to these things when we catch ourselves doing them will help keep ourselves mentally sharp and even physically agile. And number 4, I touched on fear a little bit in the last point, but just generally keeping fears and stress at bay. As we go through our 50s and beyond, we'll start having fears come upon us that were never there before. Fears of getting old, fears of loneliness, financial insecurity, declining health. What we have to do is we have to address these fears head on as soon as we see them. Don't give them a place to get comfortable in our psyche. If we allow them to settle in on us, they'll only get stronger with time and a lot harder for us to resist. And stress releases cortisol. And when cortisol is surging through our bloodstream, it will prematurely age us. It will show up in our skin and on the inside. It damages our cells, reduces their ability to repair, and stress also leads to inflammation that leads to sickness and disease. Okay, the next few points that I want to cover, they fall under the section of physical fitness and mobility. And number 5 on my list is throughout the day, we have to work stretching into our daily movements. While you're getting ready in the morning, just do some arm circles or some hip circles. It keeps us flexible, it boosts our circulation, it enhances our balance. And I don't know about you, but in the mornings, I'm always really stiff. So doing some things to kind of get the blood circulating a little bit while you're getting ready takes no extra time out of your day. I know waking up stiff makes me feel older than I am. Before bed, doing some back stretches always feels great. And when you're thinking of doing stretches, try to focus on the big joints like your hip joints, your shoulders, your back, knees. These are the things that get the stiffest with age. And you may even have some that personally get stiff for you more so than others. Work on those, because that stiffness, if we don't work on it, if we don't pay attention to it, it's only going to get worse. So we have to work some flexibility and some stretching into our day to keep ourselves supple. Okay, number 6 is strength training and cardio. Now, muscle might just be the youth potion that we're all looking for. When we use our muscles, we feel stronger, we feel more confident, our posture improves, and age and inactivity will steal our muscle from us. And with each passing decade, it just gets a lot more ruthless. But if we'll just lift weights, any kind of weights, then we can build and maintain that muscle for decades to come. Now for cardio, we want our hearts to be as strong as possible. It will give us stamina and endurance to get through long days. Now anything you can do to get your heart rate up, whether it's walking, gardening, housework, we want our hearts to age well. Plus, if we've got to quickly climb a flight of stairs, we want our hearts to be up for the job. The next section that I want to cover is related to skin and appearance. And number 7 on the list is exfoliate. Exfoliating removes the tired, dead layer of skin on the top, and what it reveals underneath is a more fresher, younger looking layer of skin. Now there are granular and chemical exfoliators, but there's no need to spend any money on those. There are a lot of ways to exfoliate our skin that don't cost any money. I mean, did you know that using a washcloth alone will work? But there are things in your pantry that you can use as well. There are great sugar body scrub recipes online, so check those out. Okay, number 8 is to focus on antioxidant-rich foods. Now, when you're in the produce section at your grocery store, look for the produce that has the brightest colors, because the ones with the brightest colors tend to be the ones that have the most antioxidants. Now listen to this statistic. At realage.com, they state that if you eat plenty of antioxidant-rich foods, that you can take 4.4 years on average off of your chronological age. 4.4 years, that is pretty big. Before you leave the produce department, just take a look in your shopping basket and make sure you have something of every color, whether it's blue, red, yellow, orange. These antioxidants will improve your skin health and fight free radicals, which also age us. Okay, number 9 is to stay well hydrated. Now I know if I've not drunk much water the day before, that I will wake up and I'll have dark circles under my eyes and my face will look tired. So trying to stay hydrated sometimes can be a job. It can get away from us. I mean, we can be halfway through the day and realize that we're way behind on our water intake. If we can just keep up with it, it'll make all of us look more alive and more vibrant. Proper hydration will plump your skin. Okay, number 10 is to wear sunglasses when you're driving. Now I know I said all of these ideas were free, so I'm hoping you have a pair of sunglasses laying around somewhere. But maybe not, because I'm surprised to see so many people on my daily commute not wearing sunglasses in the car and just using their sun visors to try and block the sun. Now, if you have a daily commute like I do that involves driving on the interstates or freeways, they routinely have no shade, no trees. It's just glaring pavement, and you usually have, the evening sun on your way home, the morning sun in the morning. And as humans, I don't think that we were meant to be exposed to that much glaring sunlight without trees and things to shade or filter that light. And it's probably compounded a lot more with the glare that we get from it bouncing off of other cars and coming through our windshield. And, we know that as we age, cataracts and, our eyes, we need to protect them as much as we can. So just having an extra pair of sunglasses in the car can keep those cataracts maybe a few years longer down the road. Okay, number 11 is work on our feet. Now, when it comes to aging, a lot of times we'll pay attention to our hands because we know that, we see them, we know other people see them, but we can ignore our feet at our own peril because, our feet can really show our age or make us look older than we really are. Now, they've taken such a beating through all the years. And I mean, between the hardened calluses and corns and bunions and the thickened skin, I mean, just spending some me time on your feet every now and then, that can go a long way. Okay, the next section I want to cover is health and vitality. And number 12 on the list is get plenty of sleep and stay on a schedule. Now, sleep is essential for repair and recovery, and even one bad night can really take its toll. And we all know that our powers of recovery aren't what they used to be. So just get on a regular sleep schedule. Okay, number 13 is try to aim for around 20 grams of protein at each meal. Now, we need more protein as we age, and one of the reasons why is because our bodies, we don't absorb it as easily as we did when we were younger. So in order to get our daily requirements, we have to eat a little bit more, or at least pay attention to the fact that we're getting plenty of protein at each meal. Now, protein will support you while you're building up muscle from all that strength training you're going to start doing. And protein is also more satiating. I mean, if you put a chunk of protein in each of your meals, you're going to feel fuller for longer. And you're probably not going to want to be snacking as much between meals, which can lead to weight loss. Okay, number 14 is reduce our alcohol intake. Now, alcohol, as we age, is not going to be kind, as if it ever was. We can't ignore the fact that alcohol is a toxin, that our livers have to work overtime in order to cleanse that out of our bodies. So while our bodies are busy trying to get rid of that toxin, we expose ourselves to vulnerabilities that lower our immune function and increase our risk of disease, and add many years to our appearance. A hangover never made anyone look or feel younger. Okay, number 15 is sleep on your back. Now, I've been a side sleeper for years, and I can tell which side I prefer by the lines on my face. Now, if you want something to prevent those pressure lines and wrinkles, just sleep on your back so you don't smush your face up into the pillow. Now, it might take a couple of weeks to get used to it, but it's worth a try. I'm working on it, and it actually is getting easier. Okay, the final section I want to cover is mental and emotional youthfulness. Okay, number 16 is to stay current with technology. If you want to keep your minds sharp and you want to continue to feel relevant, then we have to do our best to stay current with technology. I think one easy way to do that is just with our phones, just to get in the App Store or, Google Store for Android and just look at the apps that are the most popular and find some that interest you, whether it's, artificial intelligence, whether it's ChatGPT or the cash payment apps or the social media apps, just find things like that. I mean, I think that's an easy way, and it doesn't take too much effort or too much time out of our schedule to do that way. Number 17 is to make a point to smile and laugh more often. Now, I always feel better when I make a point to smile. And there's even research that says that you can improve your mood by just making yourself smile. Not a fake smile, put a little effort into it, but it will improve your mood. And I believe that. And isn't it funny how laughter can make us feel like kids again? Laughter is definitely a youthful potion. There's no better way to age well than to be laughing and smiling and having fun. And number 18, and the final one on my list, is to keep your closet current. Now, there are a lot of YouTube channels and creators that love to do fashion videos about what's in style, what's gone out of style, what you should get rid of. I like to watch those. I find them interesting. And there are a lot of them that are focused on the over 50 crowd as well. Now, you don't have to throw out everything just because they say it's out of style. I don't. But I just find it good to kind of be aware, what might actually be. I don't want to be caught too off guard. Just embrace the new styles and trends that you like and forget the rest. Whether it's skinny jeans, ripped jeans, or bell-bottom jeans. You do you. We can do a lot in our 50s to slow down the aging process. Now, if you found this video helpful or interesting, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. Now, aging isn't always easy, but we can still thrive. And that's why I think you'll like this video that I've linked right here. Now, I hope you have a great week, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.